Good afternoon, or good morning rather, and welcome to 1WSR.com's broadcast of the second test, day 4, between South Africa and Bangladesh. And the big news is that Kaya Zondo, on day 4 of the test, makes his test debut. Because what has happened is that Vian Mulder and Sarel Ervia have both tested positive for COVID. And so Kaya Zondo suddenly makes his test debut. And we certainly hope that he plays many, many more tests in the future, because if he doesn't, he will definitely go down in the annals as the least significant test debutant ever, because he's not going to get a chance to bat. And will probably just field for a bit, through the end of the day. It also means that Glenton Stearman is on as well for Vian Mulder. Kaya is under the helmet. Lots of us have been hoping to see him have a test debut. We weren't expecting it to be quite like this. My name is Simon Gear. With me on the mic is Werner Erasmus. You're listening to 1WSR.com. We are broadcasting in a partnership with Prime Media Broadcasting and with Cricket South Africa. We've really enjoyed all of the feedback that we've got from you. Please do send us a tweet at OneWorldSR. That's the number 1 World SR for One World Sports Radio, One World SR. And we're going to watch Simon Harmer start off the day's proceedings. Bangladesh at 27 for 3. I'm going to let Werner talk us through.
Good morning, Simon. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, but of a strange start to the day. There's 2 positive COVID tests, just throwing a bit of a spanner in the works this morning. But Simon Harmer will start off around the wicket to Mushfiqur Rahim. Oh, good length delivery. It turns almost square down the leg side. It beats the leg slip. It's running towards the fine leg boundary. And Keegan Peterson seems to just about hold it in time. And they will come back for 3 runs. Quite the ominous start here. Keegan Peterson saying it did indeed go for 4, so he wasn't able to get it in time. But great signs for the Proteas. Not such a good signs for the Bangladeshis seeing that first ball of the day.
Yeah, so the Bangladeshis lost 3 wickets last night. 27 for 3 is where they're starting. Yeah, that one really turned from Simon Harmer. And I absolutely love a South African side with 2 spinners in it working well together.
Yeah, and the thing is, Simon Harmer gets plenty of bounce as well with his height and the revs he puts on the ball. He gets that extra bounce, making it even more difficult for the Bangladeshis around the wicket. He gets one to turn from outside the off stump, but it hits Mushfiqur Rahim on the back leg, but very high up. There is an appeal. We'll have to wait and see if there will be a review. Simon Harmer likes it. It did look very high.
Yeah, very high, and probably going down leg as well. He got a lot of turn and bounce, as you said. They have asked for the review, which is astonishing.
It is.
I don't think this is a good review at all.
Yeah, based on how much the previous ball bounced and this one, it did seem quite high. Maharaj Rasmus was not convinced. We here weren't convinced either, but Algar was convinced enough with his 3 reviews that does remain to go up for the review. Yeah. We will take you through it, through the Hawkeye, from Ultra Edge all the way up to the pads.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a height issue more than anything else. But as I was saying to you just before we came on air, as an umpire, when an off spinner is turning at this match, he has to work to get an LBW out of me. Huh?
Yeah, this one was drifted across Mushfiqur Rahim. Quite wide outside the off stump. It turns back. It hits him on the back lid in front of the stumps. It's all going to come down to height, I presume. It didn't seem to take any inside edge. Ultra edge coming up. And there is a gap between bat and ball. No ultra edge.
I must tell you, it was a lot better than I initially thought it was. Looking at that replay, that's a lot closer. And I think this could be hitting the top and middle.
Maybe umpires call clipping. Let's see the Hawkeye's coming up. It turns back. It hits him in line, impact in line, and it goes over the stumps. Good decision by umpire Maharaj Rasmus. It goes straight over the middle and leg stump, and South Africa lose their first review.
Yeah, so I think both of our instincts were correct. There's often you just get a sense, you get a feeling when that LBW happens, and that for me, that initial feeling was absolutely not out. It just bounced so much, and the umpires are not stupid. He would have watched that first ball of the day, and seen how much bounce Simon Harmer got.
Simon Harmer. Oh, this one turns even more than the last two. It's some vicious turn and bounce here. Mushfiqur Rahim shapes to cut it. It comes back in. It almost hits his left shoulder. Let's see the replay here. This is the first two deliveries. I actually want to see the last one. It came back in viciously. We are not seeing a replay right now, but that one turned and bounced.
Simon Harmer bowling right arm around the wicket to the right-hander, and this bobbles up off the pad and loops away down to fine leg, and they're going to jog through for a single. It won't be to the batsman's credit. I'm pretty sure it will be a leg by. Yep. But that third ball from Simon Harmer viciously spun into the right-hander, and it was all he could do to just drop his hands and keep his bat out of the way. This is exceptional off-spin bowling.
It seems like Mushfiqur did get a glove on that last ball as well, and it lobbed up over the man at leg slip. So yeah, plenty on offer here for Simon Harmer, meaning that we will in all likelihood see Keshav Maharaj at the other end. He comes in again. This one is angled down the leg side. Doesn't get a lot of purchase on this one. Just a bit too far down the leg side. Well, in the over, Momin Haq is there on 5 or 23 deliveries. Mushfiqur Rahim on 1 or 4. Bangladesh are 32 for 3. Already plenty happening in that first over.
Momin Haq is, of course, left-handed, so Simon Harmer spinning it away from him, and then spinning it viciously into Mushfiqur Rahim. It is going to be a fascinating opening hour of cricket. This, if that opening over from Simon Harmer is anything to go by at all, I think this is going to be spin bowling of the very, very highest level. Just to give you an idea, so Bangladesh are 32 for 3, which means that they trail by an awful lot. They trail by 381 runs. The target set was 413, and I think South Africa very, very much in the driving seat here. The expectation, I would say, is that this should be done by lunch. But that might be wishful thinking from my part, so that I can get on with all of the other pieces of work that I need to do today.
Yeah, there is the potential that, but just based on that first over, all that turn, sometimes the ball can turn too much, kind of keep the batters in it still. We see Keshav Maharaj coming in from the other side around the wicket. Pitches is one full on middle. Again, it's swept right into the man at short leg. I think it is the debutant Kaya Zondo.
Yeah, so for Keshav, we've got 2 slips in place. We've got a man at short, silly catch and cover, and a man at the forward short leg. And that man, of course, is the debutant, Kaya Zondo, making his debut on the 4th day of the test because of COVID tests to Sorrel Ervia and Vian Mulder.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of bounce, especially from the tall Simon Harmer, getting it to bounce on average 2.32 meters, more than any of the other spin bowlers. Even Keshav Maharaj got more bounce than Taijul, Islam and Meheri Hassan. Of course, they've grown up bowling in a subcontinent where you prefer the ball to keep a touch low, going for those RBWs and the wickets in South Africa. The wickets do tend to bounce a little bit more, and Simon Harmer is extracting every little bit of that.
So what they're showing there, of course, is release height. So he's releasing at 2.3 above the ground. Keshav Maharaj releasing about 2 meters above the ground, as this is just defended back down the pitch, no run. So it's worth bearing in mind from a scale point of view. So Simon Harmer and, well, Keshav certainly is releasing it at about the same as at head height for a typical Springbok lock.
Full on middle stump, just defended out into the offside by Mushfiqur for no run. Yeah, that is quite high, and obviously then Simon Harmer even taller, releasing it at 2.32 meters. Yeah, that's from very high. No wonder he gets that bounce. He also puts a lot of revolutions on the ball. So Keshav Maharaj gets the outside edge straight to slip, and that will be the first wicket of the day. Mushfiqur Rahim is gone for 1 of 8 deliveries. Bangladesh 33 for 4, and it did not take long at all, Simon.
Yeah, so 33 for 4 now is the score for Bangladesh. Mushfiqur is gone for just 1 run, and he was only around for a few minutes, really. 7 balls he faced, 8 balls, I think, by the time he was out. Got the outside edge, a good diving catch across to his left by the man at slip, who I think was probably Dean Elgar, who was there.
It was Algar indeed. It was floated up. He just got it to dip on Mashfikar on off stump. He went for a big drive. You'll advise probably this early in the morning, and it turns enough to take the outside edge. Goes for a good slip catch by Dean Algar, who's back at first slip.
Yeah, look, if Bangladesh's application is anything like they were at the end of their previous innings, where I think were you on? Oh no, I think I was on with Mpandulo. We called the last 3 wickets, and it was honestly the worst display of Test match cricket I've ever seen. Just really rubbish batting with absolutely no intent to stay in whatsoever. And already now we're seeing Mushfiqur slashing outside the off stump. Lytton Das is not known for his grinding ability either. So Bangladesh need to decide what they want to do here.
Yeah, it's still plenty of time in this test match left. Still 380 plus needed from here for Bangladesh. So South Africa right on top. Of course, it makes sense that Dean Algar is back in slip because the 2 COVID cases are both slip fielders. Viamorda would usually stand at leg slip. Saro Arvia has been used at short leg and in the slips of late with his big hands. So it makes sense that Dean Algar has put himself back in slip. We see him at first slip. We see a second slip, a silly point, and a short leg in short outside off some farm catch of Maharaj cut out by Lytton Das straight to the man at point for no run.
Yeah, so straight away rocking back onto that back foot, cutting it to Lazard Williams, who is at point. And these guys are turning it properly. The average turn for the second and fourth innings in this test match has been 5.8 degrees, which is a lot.
Full on leg stump just clipped into the mid-wicket region, and Olivier does the tidying up. They will go through. Lytton Das is off the mark, his first run of the day. It's clear that the South Africans are getting a lot more turn than Bangladesh were in their bowling innings. It was a good catch from Dean Algar, diving away to his left-hand side, almost behind him. So excellent catch from him.
Just a question coming in from Mpho Matlwane, wanting to know whether Glenton Stuurman will be able to bowl in this innings. Yes, he definitely will be able to. So there is that possibility because he is a COVID replacement. So COVID and concussion, the 2 C's, are the 2 things that you can get an actual replacement for.
Back of length, just defended to the man at short leg on the bounce. That will end the over. Bangladesh are 34 for 4 now. At the end of the 11th over. Mamono Haq is on 5 of 24. Lytton Das has just come to the creases after Maki's on 1 of 2 deliveries, and Keshav Maharaj and Simon Harmer tussling for that leading wicket taker position in the series.
Yeah, Keshav has taken 12, Simon Harmer 11, Mehdi Hassan Beraz 9, as has Tajal Islam. Tajal has only bowled in this match, so he could have, I suppose, theoretically had 18 over this period, and Khalid Ahmed has had 8. So the Bangladeshis have done okay. They've really shown themselves, but unfortunately, the spin twins of South Africa are really at the top of those rankings at the moment. And I can't remember the last time that South Africa has had a series where 2 spinners have led the wicket taking ranking.
Yeah, probably the last time in India where the ball was ragging square, but in South Africa, definitely not. Simon Harmer around, we get a big double step from Lytton Das, looking to go over the top. Not sure what Bangladesh are thinking here. They're clearly not sticking around.
Yeah, they've decided that they've had enough. They have, the moment that South Africa scored 400 plus in the first innings, it was game over for Bangladesh, and I think that they've accepted that and decided to go out with a hurrah.
Simon Harmer gets this one to turn slowly off the pitch from middle stump. Lytton Das shaped to cut it, but in the end, it tucked him up so much he just had to defend it into the offside. Their batting coach did talk about hitting the spinners off their lengths, trying to get those men close to the bat away, get them out deeper. But on a pitch that's sitting this much, it is no easy task.
Yeah, and the temptation is going to start being to step inside the off spin and try and hit him into the onside.
Oh,
Ooh.
it came off the pad, maybe inside edge. It went just past Kaya Zonder, the debutant, at short leg to his right hand side into the gap. We are seeing replays now. It seemed to just come straight off the pad, so no edge on that one.
Yeah, Kaya not actually getting a hand on that, diving away to his right.
A more turn from Simon Harmer around the wicket, pitches it on off stump. He goes back, does on the stumps. He just about gets it around his legs to the man at short leg on the bounce for no run.
Yeah, so there's every single ball is going to hand at the moment.
Around the wicket again. This one is a bit over pitched from Simon Harmer, almost a Yorker length outside the off stump, just to fin it back to him for no run. Yeah, every delivery, something is happening off this pitch. It's hard to see the captain Dean Algard taking the ball away from the spinners. Glenton Sierman might not get a chance to bowl.
I don't think he's going to get much chance. I think these guys are going to bowl right the way through the morning.
He comes down the wicket at Lytton does this time hit a lot better. He gets it right over the head of Simon Harmer to the boundary for four. Getting to the pitch of the delivery was the key.
And I can tell you right now, the South Africans will be in Lytton Dust's ear saying, "Come on, Simon, that's exactly what we want him to do. He doesn't back himself against you. He's going to have a bit of a hooray." It's all of the things that cricketers say when their spinner gets attacked. And although it's never nice to be hit back over your head, I think Simon realizes that he's odds on here to add to his wicket tally.
Yeah, he won't mind too much. That is the end of the 12th over. Bangladesh are 38 for 4. Keshav Maharaj has bowled 6 overs, taken 3 wickets for 19 runs. He's in over wicket again. A top edge sweep from Mominul Haq is looping into the air, and the man at square leg, Ryan Rickleton, does take it, and another wicket falls. It's going the same way the first test was. Simon, Bangladesh 38 for 5. The captain has had a torrid series.
That was ordinary from Momin ul Haq. I've added an extra all there. Momin ul Haq from the captain. He shouldn't be sweeping in this situation. They just seem to have come out without a plan. I mean, do they think they're going to smash along at 10 runs and over and somehow score 400 runs today? Because he had a wild sweep at this, hit the top edge, the sort of bottom corner of the bat, and it just looped away to square leg where Ryan Rickleton, Ricky Rickleton, as I called him yesterday, was waiting, and he took the catch no problem whatsoever. That's the end of Mominul Haq, the captain of Bangladesh. He's gone for 5, and Bangladesh now 38 for 5.
Yeah, he's had a truly torrid series. Has Mominul Haq. In the first test match, he made 0 and 2. In this test match, he has made, let me see here. In this test match, in the first innings, he made 6, and now he's gone for 5. So across the 4 innings, he's made a paltry 13 runs. And in at number 7 is Yasser Ali, another batter who likes to attack. But yeah, the sweep shot on a pitch that's bouncing as much as this is always fraught with danger.
I would have backed myself to make 13 runs over 4 innings against this South African attack. I mean, I'm probably way over my head with that sort of prediction, but yeah, he really hasn't had a great series whatsoever. It is going to be Yasser Ali to come in. He's only in his 5th match.
Around wicket is Keshav Maharaj, short, wide, cut away to the boundary for 4. Not the best start against new batsman from Keshav Maharaj. Oh, it's Lytton Dust. They did cross. Those laws are still in place for now, up until October. So they crossed while the ball was in the air. So Lytton Dust continues on his way.
Yeah, pretty ordinary ball there by Keshav, just short, spinning away from the right-hander. You're going to spank that to the boundary all day, every day.
Yeah, no, not getting his lengths right there, but hard to criticize a man who is on 4 wickets again, just after 6 overs, going the same route that the first test match did. He gets this one on middle and leg on a good length. It just turns slightly, played out to the man at silly point for no run.
Lytton Dust on 9 of 10.
Yeah, that sweep shot going way out in front of himself that Mamanohak. He didn't get on top of the bounce. Flighted, on middle and off stump, defended out into the offside for no run.
Bangladesh now 42 for 5 and very, very much under the pump here from the South Africans, and not under pace pressure or bounce pressure, but just the spin and bounce from Maharaj and Harmer.
Maharaj enjoying himself on leg stump, but to full just worked into the leg side for a run. A good quick single, poor throw from Kaya Zondo. A good throw could have potentially seen Yasir Ali short.
Kaya Zondo's got that problem that you have when you come onto a rugby match with 5 minutes to go. You're rushing around like a lunatic. He's just joined the team in the final game, and over enthusiastic with his throw. What happened was he ran back from his position at catching forward short leg, picked up the ball and immediately on the swivel threw it in, but Kyle Verreynne having to put in the dive to collect it. I think if it had been straight, he probably would have had a chance.
Yeah, and we do see those figures of Mamanohak that I read out to you. It was quick work from Kazanda, just not an accurate throw, allowing Yasir Ali to get through for the single. He defends this one out into the offside for no run. Keshav Maharaj has now bowled 7 overs. Again, a successful over. He's taken 4 for 24. Bangladesh once again reeling at 43 for 5. And they'll desperately want to get more than their last test match second innings.
What did they finish on that last?
I think it was 53, 52 or 53. Okay. Beautiful sunshine today at St. George's. Finally, a good day for test match cricket to be a spectator and the fans. However, it is Monday, so a lot of people will be back to work. The scorecard not making for pretty reading from Bangladesh. Tamim Iqbal was out for 13 of 22. Hassan Joy was out first ball. He got a pair in this test match. Shantu, 7 of 10 deliveries. 2 for Mushfiqur Rahim. And Simon Harmer comes around the wicket. Short outside the outside. It turns in too much for Lytton Does to really play a full cut shot at that one. It has been the problem this whole morning.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming wide of the wicket, around the wicket, to the right-hander, angling it right across the right-hander, then spinning it back into him, which, if you've got the confidence that it's going to spin that much, is a fantastic way to bowl as an off-spinner. This is defended into the offside, no run. Lytton Das is on 10. Yasser still to score. Here comes Simon Harmer again.
For outside I'm driven down the ground beautifully by Lytton Das. There is a man at long on that comes around to cut it off. They will only go through for the single. Yeah, I believe Simon Harmer is trying to just get it to dip on the batter and get him in between bat and pad to bowl him through the gate. It seems like that is his idea with this attack around the wickets.
Lytton Das so far has been the measure of him. He's gone along quite nicely, 11 of 15, and looked very, very confident. He's had a couple of easy balls to dispatch away. But with Bangladesh at 44 for 5, I suppose actually he may as well try and get himself a quick 50 or 100 here.
Yeah, the keeper has been in good form in tests of late. Simon Harmer in again. This one angle down the leg side. It goes off the pad, straight to Keegan Peterson at leg slip. No appeal there from the South Africans. Again, plenty of turn on offer for Simon Harmer.
Yeah, he's pitching it on middle, turning it down the leg sides at the moment. And we just managed to get a picture of Keshav sending a quick prayer.
Same delivery again, goes off the pad. It loops this time up to short leg. Kayazondo, the late debutant, catches that one. Will be no run. One more delivery remaining in the over.
We know Keshav prays after he's got wickets. I haven't seen him pray mid-over before.
Yeah, goes for a big slog sweep. Just Yasir Ali is in the air. It's going right to the man at deep mid wicket. Almost similar to how those last 3 wickets fell in the last innings of Bangladesh. Reckless batting, no real logical thinking behind it. The man was set right there. No one else out on the leg side square of the wicket. And it goes straight to him and he's dismissed for a duck as well. Simon Harmer takes his second. Bangladesh 44 for 6.
That was poor. That was really, really poor by Yasir Ali. I just get the sense that the Bangladeshis are 1 foot on the plane here. He was never, ever going to do anything other than hit that straight down the throat of Lazard Williams at a deep mid-wicket. Lazard barely had to move a muscle. just steadied himself underneath that. And that is the end of Yasser Ali. He faced 4 balls before being caught by Williams, bowled by Simon Harmer. He's gone. Bangladesh are 44 for 6. And now I think you'd be pretty good betting against us seeing lunch.
Yeah, and the last test on the last day, it was an hour into the day's play and all 7 wickets fell. Are we seeing something similar here? It looks like it so far. 3 wickets in only 24 minutes as we see Maheria's son Maharaj striding out the crease. The last of the recognized batters of Bangladesh, the tail enders didn't seem to want to stick around too long in the last match.
Yeah, I can't remember who the 3 batsmen were that we watched throw their wickets away at the end of the first innings. But it's all of them, as you said, identical shots to what Yasser Ali has just played. And there is a shot of a decidedly pensive-looking Alan Donald.
It's been a complete contrast with the ODI series. There's there Bangladesh dominated in 2 of the matches against South Africa. Now South Africa really wiping the floor with Bangladesh through their 2 spinners. Bangladesh not willing to stick it out at all.
I mean, it's not like these guys are getting spun out. I mean, some of them have been exceptional balls, but all of these sweeps that we've seen are just... I mean, they are just such ordinary shots. They shots showing no intent to make a game of it whatsoever.
Keshav Maharaj around the wicket on off stump, just defended to that man at silly point by the new man Meheria's son. So Simon Harmer has picked up his 2nd wicket. Keshav Maharaj is on 4 wickets again, looking for a 5-wicket haul. Man of the series, no doubt.
Yeah, indeed, he's bowled very, very well as Maharaj is drifting this into the right-hander. He's coming left arm around the wicket and then drifting it into the right-hander and spinning it away and looking like a serious threat. Well, how have we managed to play Test match cricket without both of these guys in our side? I have no idea.
That is the question. Keshav Maharaj comes in. This one a bit overpitched on leg stump, just defended by Maheria's son for no run. Yeah, a good headache for the selectors when the main pace attack comes back. Will they stick out with the 2 spinners in the side on any pitch? Will it only be on pitches like this that offers some turn? This one just goes on with the angle. Shot, yeah. It goes on with the angle. It seemed to be drifting down the leg side. The umpire says no, that's not out. It was half an appeal. Keshav Maharaj didn't look too convinced, and they won't be going up for a review.
Yeah, I think Keshav knew he didn't rip that, so it wasn't going to be turning away from the right-hander enough to miss to hit the leg stump. In fact, it might have even pitched outside leg when we look at it.
Good length delivery on middle stump, just defended into the offside for no run. Yeah, that last one just going on with the arm.
Yeah, what is very, very clear to me is that Keshav is bowling better with Simon Harmer down the other end. They are bowling in tandem, enjoying each other's company, enjoying the challenge that they are giving to these batters. And I think that is significant.
Keshav Maharaj. And again, a sweep shot comes out from Maheria's son, gets the bottom edge. It trickles out to the man at short leg, short fine leg. And there will be no run. That's the end of the over. A maiden for Keshav Maharaj. He's taken 4 for 24. Bangladesh are 44 for 6. And it's almost not worth saying how much they need to win this match. I will say South Africa need 4 more wickets to seal the series 2-0.
Bangladesh need about 380 runs, which Little Dust might surprise us. But he would have to score about 350 of those on his own, I suspect.
He was Meheria's son was one of those who got out, caught a deep mid wicket in the last innings, so he'll have to stick around longer for that to happen. Simon Harmer around the wicket again, just outside of some forward comes Little Dust, defends it to the man at short leg for no run.
So Simon Harmer, right arm around the wicket to the right-hander. He's got a leg slip, man at catching forward short leg, and a conventional slip.
If Pulshishtan won through a lot quicker, and just skids on a good take by Carvarena behind the stumps at 94 kilometers per hour.
I mean, that's something that we also don't give credit to, is that as tough as it is to face spinners when they've got their tails up like this, to keep to them is a real struggle.
Yeah, it is an art, and Carvarena has done very well in this whole series behind the stumps. Good length delivery outside the off stump, just defended again to that man at short leg for no run. I often say that if you don't really hear or say a lot about the keeper behind the stump, that means he's doing a good job because nothing's going wrong. floated 2 full on off stump, whipped out to the mid wicket region. It is Lazard Williams again who runs around to his left hand side, and they go through for 2 runs, or go through for a single, and
Just a
brings
single,
Mehedi
yes.
Hassan back on strike.
So
Yeah.
Litton Dust goes on to 12 off his 19. Mehdi Hassan is going to be still on his egg, waiting to get off his mark. Bangladesh 45 for 6. I don't think the South Africans will mind that. They'll be quite happy to bowl to Mehdi Hassan.
Again, around the wicket from Simon Harmer on a good length. Mehdi Hassan stretches out to defend this one. It bounces. I think it takes the glove, but it goes straight back down to the ground for no run.
And, even from just a personal point of view, the Bangladeshis need to recognize here's an opportunity to bat for a while with no real pressure. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, there isn't. I mean, yeah, they can just try to get some personal milestones here. It's on middle stump. It turns back into Lissendas. Mehdi Hassan, who looks to make room for himself, but it cramps him up, and he just defends it into the wicket for no run.
And to Mehdi Hassan's credit, he has batted very circumspectly today, while all of his mates have been getting out on the sweep. He's so far, anyway, with the 8 balls that he's faced, been quite careful. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Litton Dust has had a word with him, and they've just said, right, come, let's see how long we can irritate the South Africans for.
And they also know that once another wicket falls here, the tail probably won't last too long, as we've seen in this series so far. Full on the off stump from Keshav Maharaj, driven out to the man at mid-off for no run.
Who would you bring on to bowl after these if you decide to change them?
I don't think I'll change them, in all honesty. Short, wide, cut out to point again from Litton Dust. Again, it sits up nicely for him to get another boundary. It moves him up to 16 of 21. Keshav Maharaj just dragging it down. Bangladesh on 49 for 6.
And I must say how pleased I am to see that there isn't a sweeper on the boundary. You've got 380 runs to play with. You just put all your guys around the bat, and if he manages to thread it through, well, good for him.
Yeah, I don't think Keegan Peterson would be too happy with Keshav Maharaj rolling it out there. He needed to get out of the way at silly point. Not nice fielding under the helmet when the batters are looking to be aggressive and the bowlers are bowling some loose deliveries. This time he brings it back into the off stump. It just goes on with the arm, defended by Litton Dust, doing the right thing, playing the line, not the turn.
2 slips in place. That's catch and cover, and we mean like really silly cover, right under the batsman's nose, and then a man at forward short leg as well. Is there a leg slip in place for this? I don't know. Not for Maharaj, who's turning it away from the right-hander, I don't think.
Yeah, no leg slip in place. This one short and wide again cut away to the boundary for 4. So Maharaj just losing the plot a little bit in this over, not quite getting his areas right. Bangladesh move up to 53 for 6. Litton Dust moves up to 20 of 23 deliveries. He'll be kicking himself. He has high standards for himself, does Keshav. He's picked up plenty of wickets in this series so far. I believe it's 13 wickets, and Simon Harmer himself also going well, just remaining at 1 wicket behind. When Keshav takes one, he takes one. Bit of a competition to see who ends up on top.
So there's a bit of a debate going on in our social media as this is cut into the offside, and a sloppy piece of fielding by Lazard Williams at point, who then has to run back and collect that. They go through 4-2. Litton Dust steaming along. He's now on 22 of 24. So Mpendulo Magubani says of Kaya Zondo, I wouldn't put on my cap. I would wear my Panama hat that I was given until I get my official cap. He's talking about Kaya having made his debut today. Would you? I don't know. Geez, I mean, just the thought of getting a baggy green, I'd be chuffed regardless.
Yeah, but because remember, he might think he might never get a test cap just based on Rasif van der Dessing coming back. Maybe Aidan Markram, though I think he is on the outskirts. But based on how Ryan Rickleton has looked so far, even though
I mean he's 4th or 5th in line, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's quite a whiles back. So he might think this is his one opportunity to get a test cap. So why not take it? Why not maybe take a brilliant catch at short leg, celebrate with your teammates, feel more like the team than just a squad member. But yeah, to get back to your question earlier, if they do decide to go away from the spinners for some reason, I don't see it happening. But if they do, then why not throw the ball at Steerman? give him a go with the ball.
Give him a chance. He's been sitting in the dressing room for 2 full matches, waiting. He didn't play in the first match, did he?
No,
No,
the
he was
same
playing.
lineup.
Yeah, no, he played the first match of the New Zealand tour was actually when he last played.
Full just outside the off stump. A good sweep shot from Maharaj to get off the mark. He sweeps it out to the man at deep square leg. Again, Lizard Williams covering the boundary out there. And Bangladesh move up to 56 for 6.
So now I want to see what Kaya Zondo has tucked in the back of his pants, because he's wearing the helmet at the moment, obviously. No, he definitely has the baggy green there, so good for him.
Simon Harmer in again. Outside the off-stump is chipped. It falls just in front of the man catching a short mid-wicket. Themba Bavuma diving forward. It looped up, but it just bounced in front of him. Almost wicket-taking opportunity.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a chance. It bounced a good 30 centimeters in front of me. He did very, very well to try and parry it on the half volley.
Yeah, good field placing here by Captain Zinagar, and in conjunction with Simon Harmer. He has a leg slip, a short leg, a man at a regular slip. Then it's a catching mid-wicket. Themba Bavuma almost got that last one. He has a man at a deep mid-wicket, a deep-ish fine leg, and he's running around the wicket just outside of some defending off the front foot is Litton Das.
Our man Kaya Zondo trots across the danger area to go and collect it. Stepped right through it, which would have irritated the umpire somewhat.
Around the wicket again is when it comes down the wicket does Litton Das this time chipped beautifully in the gap between long on and deep mid wicket to the boundary for 4. He's looking to be positive here. He's on 26 of 29, the one batter who's looked in on this pitch so far this innings.
So I'm with Litton Das in the way that he's played this. He's not having wild sweeps across the line. He's waited for the bad balls when Keshav has dropped it short, and he's spanked him through the offside. This time, just comes down the wicket, gets it on the half volley, and plays it through mid wicket. Nothing wrong with that shot whatsoever.
Given a lot more flight here from Harmer, asking Litton Das to come down again, but he just stays in his crease, defends it out to the man at short leg for no run. That is the end of the over. Simon Harmer has taken 2 for 20. Bangladesh have gone past their second innings score of that first test. They're on 60 without loss after 18 overs.
Right, so we've got a couple of comments coming in from Facebook. Jacob Ramahopelewa says, yes, South Africa's going to win. He sent that about 10 past 10, which I think is probably reasonably accurate. And Blom Flower says weather could be the decider. No, I don't think so. I think it's sunny down in PE. Miserable weather here in Johannesburg, where we're broadcasting from. We would not have had any cricket, just about. We would have had Saturday morning. That's about it.
Yeah, there was some cricket out here on Saturday. This one from Keshav Maharaj. Good length on off the back for defend by Maharaj to the man at silly point for no run.
60 for 6 now, Bangladesh. Litton Das is on 26. Mehdi, who's facing, is on 1.
Goes for a big sweep. It takes the top edge, but it lobs out to a vacant square leg region. Ryan Rickleton running around from short fine leg to cut it off. They do come back for a second. Takes Mehdi Hassan up to 3 of 11 deliveries. That sweep shot has been fraught with risk this whole innings. It is bouncing quite a lot. It does take the top edge, but luckily for him, it lands in no man's land.
Yeah, a slightly risky shot there. He doesn't need to be playing those sweeps.
Oh, this one is on a good length. Mehdi Hassan stretches forward to defend, but it turns and rips past the outside edge. It beats him, all ends up, and it goes through to the keeper who misfields it, and it lobs up to the slip fielder for no run.
Yeah, keeper should be taking that. But it was a very, very good ball by Keshav.
Again, on off stump, just turning enough to take the outer half of the bat, but it goes on the bounce out to the man at 45 on the offside for no run.
Just a reminder that you can tweet us at OneWorldSR. That's 1, the number 1, World SR. That's One World Sports Radio.
On middle and off stump defended to the man at silly point for no run.
And indeed, Sash Bra is tweeting to Babalo Lobuzo saying you can listen to the cricket while you're at the doctor. I'm not quite sure why Babalo is at the doctor. Let us know.
Just outside the off stump, it turns away again from Mehdi Hassan, who was looking to defend it. Again, beats the bat, goes through to Kyle Verena, who takes it cleanly this time. End of the over, Bangladesh are 62 for 6. Still plenty there to work with for Keshav Maharaj, who just looped it up beautifully.
Armchair Cricket Podcast saying, "Oh dear, what is happening to Bangladesh? Momin gave it away, and Yasser seems to have followed his example. No one seems to put a price on his wicket. Still boundary shots being sought. The SS spinners are growing in stature with every passing session in the South Africa versus Bangladesh series."
Yeah, it is true that they have bowled beautifully. Bangladesh have not shown the application required for Test match cricket. Simon Harmer around the wicket. It comes off the bat. It goes back towards the stumps. It just about misses the leg slump. Calvareno was excited for a moment, but Simon Harmer just plugging away from around the wicket.
Sash Bra also tweeting, just saying that he uses our website everywhere when the cricket is on. Lovely to hear that, Sash Bra. And yeah, nice to know that the dream that we had 4 years ago that South Africa needed cricket on the radio is something that other people are appreciating.
Yeah, that is lovely to hear. The last delivery just a bit wide outside our stump and played out into that vacant cover region, and they went through for a single to bring Maharaj Sun back on strike. Litton Dust going very well on the other side on 27 of 32. Pitches on middle and leg. Maharaj Sun defends into the leg side for no run.
Really needs to be described just how much rip Simon Harmer is getting today.
Yeah, he is. A fine sweep from Maharaj Sun. He stretched forward, manages to get it behind square, trickles all the way to the fine leg boundary for 4, takes his score up to 7. Yeah, Simon Harmer putting a lot of revs on the ball and a pitch obliging.
Yeah, just well worked away, and it does run away down to fine leg for 4. I don't mind that sort of sweep shot. It's when guys are trying to go for the slog sweep and lofting it into a mid-wicket region that they know is populated with decent catches. That's when I get irritated.
Yeah, that has been disappointing. Another sweep shot. This time it lobs just about over Keegan Peterson at leg slip. Again, it's going towards that fine leg boundary. Finally, Glenton Seymour gets something to do in this test match. He throws it back in, and Maharaj Sun comes back for 2.
Poor old Glenton Seymour. Yeah, I suspect he might be a one-test wonder, assuming we're not going to count this one.
Well,
but with a full bowling lineup, I just don't see him making our 11.
Yeah, that is fair. We have the likes of Lungi Ngidi, Keshav, Lungi Ngidi, KJ Rabada, Andrich Norkia, Mark Janssen, all not playing in this test match. The bowlers who have played have done a good job. Simon Harmer again around the wickets on a good length, just to fin it out into the offside. That man at slip does the fielding. Bangladesh are 69 for 6. Finally, a little bit of a partnership forming here. It's moved up to 25 runs.
Yeah, I mean, even the bowlers in this test match, it's really only Dwan Olivier who's demonstrably a test match pacer. Lazard Williams has done very, very well, and I take nothing away from him. But he's not someone who's going to make the 11 when we, even if we have a full 4 or 5 pace battery. He's not going to make it. And the Simon Harmer coming back into the fold to bowl alongside Keshav. And I really, really like the idea of us beginning to use spin more and more. And, add that then to a full pace battery of KG and Heinrich and Lungi. You've got a proper test team. There we go.
Keshav Maharaj floats it up. Litton Dust comes down the wicket a long way to try and hit it over the top. He tries to stretch back, but he's not in time. Calvareno whips up off the bails, and he will be stumped. The umpire is going upstairs just to check. Calvareno took a while before he decided to take off the stumps.
Very definitely out, though. I mean, that's one of those where if I was standing at the bowler's end and my square leg gave it not out, I would walk across to him.
Yeah, so he beats Litton Dust here comprehensively. Coming down the wicket, it dips on him. It turns past the bat. Calvareno does take it behind the stumps for some reason. It takes a while before he gets the bails off, but he does eventually get it back off. We are first checking Ultra Edge for some reason, even though it is miles away from the bat.
Yeah, there's no reason to check Ultra Edge. Well, if he was to touch it, then it gets given out court. I think that's the rule.
Side on view, Calvareno coming back, whips the bails off. The bat is still in the air. Litton Dust nowhere near regaining his crease. So that is the end of an enterprising innings from Litton Dust. It's short-lived. He's dismissed after his 33rd ball, gone for 27. Keshav Maharaj picks up another 5-wicket haul.
The only thing that they could possibly have been checking there is that Kyle Verreynne didn't take the ball in front of the stumps. That's sometimes a problem, not really at this level, but at club level, you sometimes have keepers who get overexcited and reach forward and take in front of the stumps, in which case it's straight away a no ball. But no, that's not the case. Lytton Dus is gone. He's gone for 27 off 33. He faced 33 balls. So his strike rate bang on 5 runs and over. He's stumped by Kyle Verreynne and bowled by Maharaj. Maharaj 5 for 36. He is loving life at the moment.
He's having a ball. He was man of the match in the first test match. This test match he made 84 with the bat, the highest scorer in the test match. Now he's also picked up another 5-wicket haul. Following up from the first innings, where he also took 2 wickets for 57. So he's taken 7 in this match. He has the opportunity, if he takes all 3, to take a 10-wicket haul. So Keshav Maharaj just enjoying life. No doubt he will be man of the series.
Sending up his prayers for the 5-wicket haul. He's, I think, the first practicing Hindu to have played cricket for South Africa, and is very, very open about his faith, will always offer prayers at the end of a 5-wicket haul. But it was interesting that we spotted him setting up a prayer during his off over a little earlier. So clearly asking for some help from the gods to get to those 5 wickets, which he's managed. Taijul Islam has walked to the crease. He's bowled very, very well through the course of this test match as well. Did he get a 5 for?
He got a 6-wicket.
He got a 6
for,
of course.
Innings.
Yes, that's right. Yes. So he's going to see whether he can contribute a bit with the bat. Bangladesh 69 for 7.
Keshav Maharaj bosses in wide outside the Asram full, stretches forward, does Taijul Islam. He gets an inside edge, and it goes out to the man at leg slip, Simon Harmer, for no run. Keshav Maharaj still 4 balls in this over, potentially to get Taijul Islam getting the ball to rip quite a lot. This one a bit slower, defended off the back foot again to that man at short leg for no run.
Taijul Islam left-hander, so we've got a similar sort of setup to when Simon Harmer is bowling to the right-handers, except that Keshav Maharaj has decided to stay left arm over the wicket, and he's spinning it in. Oh no, he isn't. He is actually going around. So he's doing exactly what Simon Harmer does, angling it across the left-hander and then trying to straighten it into his pads. He's got a catching silly cover. He's got a point. He's got a leg slip. A slip and a leg slip, and a man at forward short leg, and a man at catching mid-wicket. So very, very attacking field here.
Yeah, full on middle stump, just fitted into the leg side. He's decided he'll come back over the wicket, does Keshav Maharaj. He's felt more comfortable that way, getting a lot more turn as well. So over the wicket to Taijul Islam. Outside the offside, comes forward and defends this one confidently into the offside for no run. So he gets through that over, does the left arm spinner against the left arm spinner. Bangladesh is on 69 for 7 now, 3 wickets away of South Africa for a clean sweep.
Yeah, they will certainly be very, very happy about this. I think that ODI series gave South Africa a bit of a scare, and it would have been a real disaster if this second string South African side was not able to hold off Bangladesh. But we've seen a fairly chaotic Sri Lankan side beat the Proteas in the past, so would not be inconceivable.
Yeah, it's not inconceivable, though Lytton Dus would have probably been the man in that case to lead the charge from behind. But Maharaj is still there. He's on 9 of 19 deliveries. Taijul Islam has joined him. He's on north of 15. Bangladesh 69 for 7. Simon Harmer comes in. Bowls is one slower. It's off the back foot, defended into the leg side for no run. Taijul Islam was in no mood to come through for a single.
Also, I mean, worth bearing in mind that in the T20s, we've got 2 of the world's top spinners are both South Africans. So suddenly South Africa's got plenty of options here.
Flighted full and down the wicket as Maharaj sounding makes a lot of good connection outside the off stump. Gets it over mid off or long off all the way over the boundary for 6. Confident stroke.
Just kept dancing down, considering that he's watched his partner just get stumped trying to play exactly the same shot from Keshav's end. That's fairly confident, but he smashes it towards the media center that is at the Park Drive end here at St. George's Park. and it goes away for 6.
Back off length, turning back into middle and leg. Meheria-san shapes to cut it. It comes back into him. He does manage to get enough bat to get out into the cover region. They go through for a single this time. That will bring the left-hander on strike against Simon Harmer. We've seen plenty on offer for him this morning so far, so he'll enjoy this contest.
He will indeed. He's, I think, would be quite keen to see if he couldn't collect 3 wickets as well. Get a 5 for himself. Defended into the offside, no run. He's on 2 for 34 at the moment of his 10. He has been hit for a couple of big boundaries back over his head, but he won't mind that. He's wanting to charm the batsman into making a mistake.
Wide outside the off stump. Taijul Islam just lets it go. It does turn and bounce, but no troubles. Didn't attack the stumps in this case, did Simon Harmer. He is coming in again for his last ball of his 11th over. He's already taken the 2 wickets. It's full on leg stump just defended. It squirts out into the offside for no run. He's taken 2 for 34 in his 11 overs. Simon Harmer, Bangladesh, are 76 for 7.
76 for 7. Taijul has yet to get off the mark. He's faced 8 balls for his 0. With Mahudi has faced 22 for 16. He's hit a 4 and a 6. Harmer's showing the teapot. I don't know whether he's maybe signaling. In fact, he's just given a nod back to his skip. And I wonder whether Dean's not going to take him off for a little while and possibly put someone else on.
Yeah, that is a possibility. Maybe Dean asks him, "Can I give Steerman a run?" And he says, "Sure, Skip, give him a go." But internally, he's like, "No, I want to pick up more wickets."
Exactly.
Keshav around the wicket. Gets this one to go on with the arm on off stump, but Meheria-san goes deep in the crease and cuts it behind point to the boundary for 4. Good execution of the late cut.
Keshav has been weak all the way through today with that ball. I think that's the 4th one he's bowled where he's just been short and spun it away from the right-hander, and that is just meat and drink for anyone with half a cut shot in their back pocket.
Yeah, it's more on length this time. It was quite close to him, but he gave himself a bit of room, did Meheria-san. We do know that he does have this ability with the bat. So the line was quite fine from Keshav Maharaj, but well played from Meheria-san. This time, flights it up just outside the off stump. Good leave in the end as it turns away. He left his stumps exposed, but it turned quite a lot and no problem in the end.
Yeah, left that on middle and leg, hey? but knowing that Maharaj is ripping it and so is happy to let that spin past his off stump.
And again around the wicket. This time it spins and takes the outside edge, or there is an appeal by Carl Verreynne. He's convinced. Keshav Maharaj is appealing for it. The umpire says no, but there will be a review. All the fielders seem convinced, so we will see if they are found correct.
Yeah, when a keeper reacts like this, it's out. It's very difficult from an umpire's point of view. You just you can't see it and you can't hear it. But when the keeper reacts instantaneously like that, if you trust the keeper, then you usually know that it's gone.
Yeah, Aladdin Palakar not convinced, but we do see that this flighted ball was on middle stump. It turns, it goes close to the outside edge, but it seems like his bat went into his boot, which possibly made that noise. It seems to have beaten the bat, but we will wait for Ultra Edge for confirmation.
I thought there was a bit of deflection here. Let's have a look. So, oh yeah, no, it looks like it maybe missed everything. Might have hit the back pad, which could bring. Let's have a look.
I think he hit his boot.
No,
there is a spike on Ultra Edge.
Oh, but his
bat is on his boot as well. It's a bit of a tough one, but the spike looks definite. It's just beside the bat. It might be overturned here.
And the way that he's jamming down on his boot, that wouldn't create
not such a big spike as well.
It's when he's driving past his boot that you sometimes get that snick sound. Right, so Aladdin Palakar, you're going to have to change your decision. Gives it out. And Bangladesh are 80 for 8. That is the end of Mehdi Hassan. And I think writing on the wall now.
Keshav Maharaj takes his 6th wicket in only his 12th over. He has 2 more to go to try and take a 10-wicket haul here. Wonder if Simon Harmer is still telling his captain it's fine to take him off.
Time for the Proteas to check the tide schedules. Is Super Tubes going to be worth surfing this afternoon?
It is a beautiful day out there. We do see the sun shining.
Mhm.
The Ultra Edge clearly showing that it did take the edge. It came right as the ball passed the bat, with no gap between bat and ball. So the decision had to be overturned rightly. Good decision from Dean Algar and Calvarain to go up for that review. So it's only the tail remaining. They didn't stick around too long in the first innings. How long will they hold out here?
Well, it didn't hold out very long the last time I was commentating in this match, when I literally logged on for about 25 minutes, and Mpendulo and I took all 3 of the remaining Bangladesh wickets. We've not done terribly today either. We've taken 5 this morning. Bit of a Michelle action for you and I.
6 minutes to go before drinks. Can they finish this off before drinks is the question.
Well, they would have to take 2 wickets in the next minute. In fact, I think when you've got nine down, I know informally as an umpire, I've often said, come on, guys, let's just delay drinks. I'm not sure what the actual law is there, though.
Around the wicket, it's just outside the off-stump. He does try and defend it, does Khalid Ahmed. It turns past his bat, collected by Calvarain for no run.
That was an absolute nothing shot. I've seen store mannequins with more energy in that shot. He just plonked his foot down the pitch and hung his bat out.
Goes in on the off stump, a bit shorter this time, defended off the back foot into the offside for no run.
Didn't look particularly enthusiastic about that either. Played it very, very late off the back foot. And this is one of these guys that a bowler thinks, how can I not be able to bowl this guy at will?
Maharaj and again around the wicket. It
that's got to
hits
be
him
out.
on the front, but right in front of the wickets. Umpire gives him out, straight in front of middle stump. This one came on with the arm. They will, in all likelihood, review it. They do have a lot of reviews remaining to Bangladesh. It seemed to go on with the arm, would have most likely hit middle and leg. Already celebrating are the South Africans. Bangladesh 4-80 for 9, but they have reviewed it, so we will wait and see what the Hawkeye says.
Yeah, that was plum. It was hitting, pitching on middle, straightening, hitting him low down on the front pad. It's going to hit 2/3 of the way up middle. There's no ways that's not out.
I'm saying leg stump. I'm saying it's hitting leg stump.
So we're not going to debate which stump. That's
that's always coming down to right now. Which stump it's hitting, but it's out either way. We do see a clear gap between bat and pad. Hawkeye coming up. Original decision, of course, is out. It pitches in line. It hits. Impact is in line. It's going through to hit leg stump. Simon.
You will look at you with your brand new level 1 umpires qualification. Well done, Werner.
And the umpire raises his finger. So Keshav Maharaj gets his 7th wicket. The question is, will the other bowler at the other side be so kind to give him the opportunity to take a 10th wicket haul?
7 for Maharaj. My goodness. That's astonishing. 7 for 40. This is really proper top-class bowling. And these South African spinners have absolutely deserved every wicket they've taken in this series.
This is a carbon copy of the first test match. We were done just before drinks. There's 4 minutes to go to drinks. It seems like they will continue, so enough time to possibly take this last one. Not much work to do for Kaya Zondo and Glenton Seaman. Kaya Zondo on debut as a COVID replacement this match. Heading to a conclusion. Last match, Keshav Maharaj also took 7 for 32. Now he has 7 for 40. Will he get the opportunity to take an 8th wicket?
Yeah, Kaya Zondo and Glenton Stearman getting the absolute classic thanks for coming awards for this test match. They've sat on the side for 3 days and then been surprisingly brought into the 11 as COVID replacements for Vian Mulder and Sarel Ervia. But I think we've seen Stearman 1 at the boundary. These guys is there under the lid and feeling like he's part of the cool gang that are clustered around the batsman.
Keshav Maharaj now has 9 5-wicket hauls, potentially has the opportunity to take a second 10th. He has 150 wicket as well. His 150th wickets in only his 42nd match, averaging 30, a best of 9 for 129. Of course, that coming in Sri Lanka.
This guy was so underrated for the first half of his career. And just suddenly in the last 2 years, he's really started hitting his straps. And I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, 7 for 40. Some achievement from Keshav Maharaj. This test series almost over. The home season almost over. It turns prodigiously for Simon Harmer, who does continue with only the 1 wicket remaining. It pitches on leg, goes past the outside edge.
These are the two guys with the two lowest test averages in the world.
Yeah,
I've just realized, they are certainly at the last innings, they were 0.8 and 0.89.
it's even lower now after that wicket in the first innings. It pitches on middle stump, it turns past the outside edge. Tajul Islam has no idea. It's actually Khalid Ahmed.
Ahmed is the other one. Tajul Islam actually has an average of 9. So I apologize, Tajul, for maligning you.
Yeah, this one goes on with the arm straight in front of the stumps again, given out. Bangladesh all out for 80 runs. So Keshav Maharaj will not get the opportunity to take his 8th wicket haul. There will be a review, but it looked dead in front. The South Africans already congratulating each other. They win by 332 runs. It's already come up on the screen, despite the review being taken. Everybody convinced it's out.
I thought that might have actually been creeping down leg side. It wasn't as obvious as the previous one. But it didn't turn as much back. But Marais Erasmus had no doubt in giving it out.
Straight in front of middle stump.
You're quite
right. What Simon Harman did in this case, he undercut the ball, making sure that it went on with the arm and didn't turn. So excellent bowling from him. He knew exactly what he was doing. So getting it to just land on the shiny side of the ball. So getting it to go on with the arm, it beats the inside edge. It hits him on the back leg right in front of middle stump. Isn't really a lot of doubt here, Simon.
No, definitely out. And so I think we can start quite confidently squaring away our admin for the day as this goes on. It is going to hit middle and leg, and that is the end of the Bangladeshi innings, and specifically the end of who was it? Tajul Islam, who was facing that.
So it is just on drinks. It's 11 o'clock, 1 hour to take 7 wickets.
Folks, it has been an unbelievable summer. We started around about Christmas time, where we approached CSA and asked them that we be allowed to replace Radio 2000 as the digital audio provider for cricket. We've done all of the India series. We've done the West Indies women. We've done a fair amount of the Women's World Cup and the New Zealand tour, and we've of course done this Bangladeshi tour. It has been immensely special. It's been a dream come true, certainly for me and my commentators, to have been at the grounds for so many of these games and rubbing shoulders with the Supersport team and the SABC team, and really feeling like colleagues with those guys. We're not going away. We hopefully our partnership with CSA and with Prime Media Broadcasting will continue. But in the meantime, if you would be interested in partnering with us as a sponsor or as an advertiser, please do get in touch. My email address is simon@onewsr.com. You can find us on social media as well at OneWorldSR. We hope to continue to bring you cricket on the radio for as long as we possibly can. But in the meantime, just thank you so much to my commentary team, and particularly my management team of Otto Simon and Mpoma Tlwane. You guys are absolute legends. To Werner Erasmus, who for the first time spent an extended period of time on in person on the mics with us over these 10 days. We really appreciate you. You're an exciting find for the future for us. One day, mate, we might even be able to afford to pay you. But to everyone as part of our team, it has been fantastic, and thank you so much for the opportunity.